Hello, everyone. We are live. I am super excited to be here with you to introduce you to another one of our amazing certified career coaches here at Classy Career Girl who's getting ready to graduate. So everyone, let me introduce you to Nicole Miles. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for having me here. Super excited to have this opportunity with you today.
Yes, I'm excited for everyone to meet you. So I want to start back 6 months ago when I first met you. Tell me a little bit about kind of where you were. I know you were just coming out of the corporate world and everything. So tell me, about your journey, kind of where you were at that time.
Absolutely. So I think it'll be best to go past 6 months, right? So 6 months ago, well, about 7 months now, I was laid off from my corporate job of almost 9 years. So just the backstory to that is that I have over 11 years of recruiting and leadership experience in corporate environments. During that time, I reviewed over 10,000 of resumes, hired hundreds of employees, and coached and mentored over 30 recruiter professionals across North America. I came across a lot of amazing candidates. However, it wasn't always a great match for them and the positions and companies I was hiring for. I always felt compelled to give more advice and feedback to help them in their career journey. But for legal reasons, you're limited to how much you can share with candidates. Also, your goal is to find the best candidate for the employer. So for years, I had been behind the scenes supporting friends and friends of friends with resume review, interviewing skills, salary negotiation, and career advice. I really enjoyed helping them and seeing them advance in their careers. Last year, I decided that my next career would be as a career coach. And I had been thinking about how I could start while working my corporate job. However, as things happen, I was laid off. So earlier this year, when I decided to officially transition to career coaching and utilize my skills and experience to be an advocate and a resource to empower other professional women in finding their career and the organizations that align with their values and goals and strengths.
Mm-hmm. How did that feel? Because I imagine it was kind of shocking, but you were planning to do this anyways. So
Yes.
how was that mindset wise?
Yeah, it was a lot goes through your mind when you're laid off. And so I think that's how I'm able to really relate to coaching clients is that you have that. For me, it was almost like, okay, well, now it's time for me to take this next step. But there's also that fear, that unknown, like, I don't really know what's going to happen. However, what a lot of people forget is that even when you're working for a corporation or for someone, you never know what's going to happen, right? So I absolutely had that fear, just not being sure of what to do. But what was amazing is that about 2 weeks before I was laid off, I was looking on Pinterest, like how can I dive into career coaching? And I came across some old pins that I had saved from Classy Career Girl. And I said, oh, wow, they have certification programs. So this is right up my alley. So at that time, I had actually submitted the form to join the wait list. So just how timing happens,
Yeah.
about the week I was laid off or the week after, I was on the phone with you.
Yeah. For
So to me, it was
pre-enrollment. I
great.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
I
me, it was
remember
great
that.
because it seemed like everything was just lining up how it was supposed to.
Yeah. It's fun to see kind of the backstory too, because I met you on that call, but things were just kind of leading there. You kind of
Mhm.
knew that was where you wanted to go. You probably set the vision, you made the commitment, you said, this is what I'm going to do. And then opportunities just kind of came your way. I love it.
Absolutely. They say you have to
So,
be ready
what,
when opportunity presents itself.
yes. Yeah. And you
Mhm.
definitely have to do that when you're starting your business too, because it can be a little uncomfortable and scary at times.
Yes, that.
Tell me more. Tell me more about that. Did you have any like doubts or fear when it came to starting this business?
I knew that I could be successful as a career coach. My doubt was, or not my doubt, my or not even my fear, because I knew I would be successful. I just needed the processes and everything. I think the biggest challenge for me was not really knowing how to set up the business. So when I unlocked the treasure trove of your program, I remember every step like, wow, and that's amazing. And look at this. And then sometimes my mind is always probably two steps ahead of where we are. And so I'm like thinking ahead, like, oh my goodness, I'm going to need this, this, and this. And then I dive into the information like, oh wow, it's already there. Anna has already like have all of that is ready for us. It's just you just have to be prepared to absorb the information and apply it, not just absorb it and try to do it all at once, because I think that's part of what my problem was in the beginning too. You may recall me saying, so you think I could finish this in 30 days?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, I have nothing else to do right now. I think I could finish this in 30 days.
I do remember that. And it is a 6-month program, but of course
Yes.
you can go through it, as you want. But I'm glad that you took your time, because you definitely
Mhm.
did. I mean, I know you took your time, went through it step by step. You followed the
Mhm.
roadmap, the checklist.
Yes.
And then now, like, building the website, everything I feel like is coming together for you at the 6-month
Yes.
mark, which is exciting to see.
Absolutely. It's been exciting.
So let's go back to first when you were thinking of starting your career coaching business. Like what challenges did you kind of have, like right in the beginning when it came to starting that?
I think the challenges was not really knowing where to start. I knew that I would be on the phone with some
Yeah.
clients, but how do you get there? What are your initial steps? What do you need to do? What is everything in the background that needs to happen? The systems that you need, all of the, how do you attract them? I mean, so it was all of that, but the roadmap you put together, just everything in the program just laid everything out. It was just so like just nice, and here's the easy steps. Take this little bit at a time,
Yeah.
even talking about down to the chunking your time. That's something that I had always done as a career professional, and it just made me remember like, yes, I can use that here as well. So that's really great. Still working on it. We're not perfect. We have to coach ourselves too. There's times I'm like,
Yes.
wait a minute, Nicole, you need to stick to this time block and get this done. But it was nice having that already laid out for you, even to how you showed us to here, create your calendar. Here's how many hours you want to do this so that you can help this many people. So that was really
Mhm.
great.
Yes. I know. I always say, like, the whole program, you learn how to coach other people, but then also coaching yourself, which is very valuable in and of itself. What were some of, like, the first steps that you did, if you remember back, like when you first started?
Oh, the first steps. I think that was come up with a business name. You don't talk about that in the beginning, but because I was, and that can hold up someone. And I think that's good that
Yeah.
you don't recommend like doing that, because I was stuck there for a minute. Like I need to put a name out there and start getting, I was completely jumping ahead. So I do not recommend that. Follow your steps. But I think the first thing I did was come up with the business name, and then also come up with my bio, the bio and everything. And start to put my brand together.
Hmm.
Oh, affirmations, definitely needed those. That's like
Yeah.
the backbone of it all.
Yeah. And I love seeing your transformation too, because you had such a great background coming in. And we have some coaches who already come in with clients and they have to kind of change everything, change the systems, change the foundation because it wasn't
Mhm.
built right. But I feel like you are just like ready for takeoff, because you came in, you followed every single system, and now it's like kind of all building. And I'm just excited to see, you graduate and launch into the world as well too, because you just have it all set. All the systems are in place for you.
Yes.
So what do you think would have happened if you didn't join back in January?
Oh my goodness. I think I would have been overwhelmed trying to figure it all out on my own. Like I knew I had to jump on calls, but I didn't know what it takes to get there. And also, I think I would have felt alone in the process. It's a lot to build a business, but having your support and the support of the other coaches in the program, even the support of the coaches who have already graduated, was a lot. It was great because, the motivation and the lifting each other up, and the bouncing ideas and the collaboration and even being there to support each other through, say, like, if someone needed a practice coaching session, So I feel like I would have felt alone in the journey if I had to do it on my own. And that also, it would have taken me a lot longer, because I'm all about research and trying to find all the answers and multiple answers and then figure out myself what is the best way to move forward. So I think I would have really gotten hung up with that if I wasn't following your system.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. But you definitely did take action as you went through, which was awesome
Mhm.
because that's what you need to do for sure. So tell me about some of the wins you've had since starting the program.
Absolutely. I think one of my wins was that I was able to complete to complete all 10 practice coaching sessions only halfway through the program. But even better than that is that the calls were amazing. Being able to provide the support and guidance and resources and encouragement, and then receiving positive feedback from those coaching clients, it just gave me even more confirmation that career coaching is my purpose. So that was one of my wins. Another win was most recently, I was reached out to on LinkedIn from a company that provides career transitioning programs to corporations. And after a couple of conversations, they asked me to join them as a consultant. So I'm currently working on that as well. So really excited about that. And I feel like I wouldn't have been ready and prepared with if I hadn't haven't if I wasn't where I am in the program. I wouldn't have been prepared for this opportunity.
Yeah, I love that. And they reached out to you too on LinkedIn, which
Mhm.
is amazing. And I think because you had already done the practice coaching too, like you had the confidence, you
Mhm.
knew that you could provide support and help and impact people as well too. So I bet you just
Mhm.
showed up with like that's what I see all of our coaches by the end. They're just showing up with this big confidence of knowing that, they're here and they can help people too. So I love that.
Yes, and it fast tracked my goal because you had us write down our goals or create goals, and it was actually one of my goals for next year. It's kind of like my
Oh,
phase 2 goal was to start working with companies for career transitioning and outplacement services. I'm like, okay, there we go.
that sometimes happens when you start working with me. I've heard that before.
Mhm.
We get to your goals
Yes,
faster. I love it.
yes.
And I love it too that you were able to finish those coaching sessions faster as well, because sometimes that people get worried about that, at the end of the program and trying to complete it all. So you were super smart to get on those and start to realize the confidence that comes by doing them. It's like the first, how was the first one? Because I feel like that one people tell me is always the hardest.
That was. It was hard, but I think also because that first one came from class and it was a business coaching session. And I felt intimidated because I'm just learning business myself. So I remember thinking, how am I going to coach someone else on business? But I remember I went back over some of the things that you shared with us. It was like, you're going through this and you have the skills to be able to coach business coaching as well. So I had to like remind myself of that before the call, but I was very nervous. But I definitely felt the transition between the transition from my confidence in call 1 to my confidence in call 5 and then in call
Oh, wow.
10. Like on call 10, I was like, yes, I've got, okay, where are we? What, okay, here let me listen to you. Here's what we need to do. What do you think about this? You've got this.
Yeah, I love that because either way, like no matter what they come to, you never quite know what questions are going to be asked or where the
Mhm,
coaching is going to go. And so I feel like throwing you in and like just learning how to coach in various different areas and specializations, you learn
mhm,
how to tackle anything that comes your way. I mean, you are like ready for whatever coaching question comes your way. Nicole can handle
Yes.
it. I love it. I love it. So where can people learn more about you online?
Absolutely. So right now they can go to my LinkedIn. That is linkedin.com. Actually, oh my goodness, I thought I had it ready.
I'll put it in
Um,
that. I'll put it. It's like /in /. If they search Nicole Miles, they probably will be able to pull you up. But I'll put it in the
yes.
chat as well. I have it right here.
Okay, great. Sorry about that. It's Nicole Miles and then her career strategist, because obviously there's a lot of Nicole Miles on LinkedIn that has over 15 billion users.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're in like the Classy Career Girl network and stuff, and I mean, will definitely make sure that you're there as well too.
Okay,
Um,
great.
and then, so what would be like your final word of wisdom for, someone maybe they're coming out of a layoff, or maybe they're coming out and they want to do something different. They want to start coaching, but they're where you were the 7 months ago. Can I do
Mhm.
this? Where do I start? What would you tell that person?
Absolutely. I would say believe in yourself. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Take your time. If I know it's tough for a lot of people. It depends on where you are in life. You might not have as much time as other people, but everyone's everyone's journey is different. Don't compare yourself to other people, and just trust that your journey is for you. Your journey is what makes you unique, and lean on that, embrace that, and use that, because there are people who will resonate with you, and then trust in the process. Whether it is the process for you um, to find a new career, or if it's a process for you to go in business, trust in the process and rely on the expert help. And if you're looking to be to go into coaching, whether it's career coaching or business coaching, I hands down recommend Anna any day.
Thank you. Come join us. Yeah, if you want to be a coach, career coach, come join us definitely. We do have doors open right now for our fall cohort. So if you go to classycareergirl.com/certification, you can learn more about that. But I love what you said though, Nicole, because everyone kind of comes in with their own background and experiences, no matter the
Mhm.
career they go into, or if they are become a coach. Like you come in with so much experience. So I'm excited for you to bring that into your clients and into your work and see what's in store for you the rest of this year on into next year. I know it's going to be amazing. So everyone watch out, go connect with Nicole, watch what she's doing. And thanks, Nicole, for being here today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.